everybody, it's Sandals here, and I am inside my tent, which is the tarp tent Stratospire LI. I just set it up. I've only set it up a few times. It's a new tent for me. Previously I was using the REI Flash Air 2 person tent, which I really loved. It served me very well through quite a few storms and quite a lot of mileage, but I wanted to upgrade before I went on the AT. I got this around Thanksgiving, set it up a few times, took it out on a few nights to camp. Still have not perfected the setup, but yeah, I'm inside. It's a double layer tent, mesh inside as you can see, and then it has a hexagonal or offset outer layer to protect me from the elements and things that you'll see out there. But today I'm going to be talking about my big three. So you'll see some shots of the tent earlier in this video, and that's one of my big three. And I'm going to talk about my pack, which is right here, and then also my sleep system. All right, we're going to take a look at my pack. So the pack that I am taking on the Appalachian Trail is my Light AF 40 liter optionally framed or frameless pack. I really like this pack. The pack I was using before was a 55 liter, and I noticed that I just always had too much room or was packing too much weight. And in an effort to pare down over the last few years, I decided to start with my pack. I've heard amazing things from many different people in the hiking community about Light AF. Reached out to them talking about some sizing concerns I had because I'm about 6'2" and I stand up straight. However, I have an incredibly short torso. When I sent them my measurements, they asked me to do it again just in case, and I did, and I got the same measurements, and I found that this pack fits me quite a lot better. The frame size of this pack is actually a small, and that works perfectly for me at 6'2", the belt sitting right on the middle, if not the top of my hips. It's very comfy, very light, and I love it. I opted to go for the dark gray Dyneema, which I really like the color, just keeping it nice and simple. I went for the black mesh stretchy pocket, and then also a drawstring cord here at the bottom in order to tie on some camp shoes or perhaps put a sleeping pad, things down there, things of the like. Obviously 2 black Dyneema pockets, which will be used to hold trekking poles, possibly my hiking umbrella, rain jacket, water bottles, things like that. And then either side of the pack, I also have drawstring cord so that I can tighten things down and have them not move around and fall out while I'm trying to traverse some of the rockier sections of the AT. Coming around to the straps, I opted for just one simple pouch here on the right chest strap here, and I'll use this either for easy access to a water bottle or snacks or possibly my phone. And then other than a single strap, I did opt for the Y zip closure. Does add a little bit of extra weight, but I just wanted it to make sure I could keep things secure. And if I wanted to stow something on the top of my pack, for example, my tent, if it rains so that it can dry out, I have this extra heavy duty Y strap to make sure it stays on top of my pack and can dry out. Now, 40 liters is something I'm going to have a little bit of a challenge with in terms of making sure I have everything that I need. And that's not because it's not enough space. It's definitely enough space. It's because of just my ability to pack my pack. So that's something that I'm continuing to work on. But like I said, I really have an extra 15 liters of storage out here in the stretchy mesh pocket and in my side pockets. So I have a lot of space to be able to carry things. And I think I'm also going to be carrying a fanny pack as well while I am hiking, just for a little bit of easy access while we're moving along. All right, next on the list is my sleeping bag, or in my case, my quilt. My quilt is from Enlightened Equipment. It is their Revelation quilt. It is a 20 degree, 950 downfill bag. It weighs, I think, right around 26 ounces. I did end up getting the wide because I am kind of a wide person. Large shoulders, a little bit wider hips, so I just need a little extra room to feel comfortable. Now, I opted for the quilt to save a little bit of weight and because I sleep hot. So I want to have the ability, if I need to easily stick my leg out so I can cool off once it does get into those warmer months. And even when it's cold outside, after my body heats up the space, I will probably still need to stick a foot out, or at least lose one of the layers I might be wearing while I sleep in order to stay comfortable, because when I sleep, I don't like being hot. So let's go ahead and take a look at the quilt. So this is my Enlightened Equipment black and gray to match the pack quilt. You can see the tag right there, Enlightened Equipment. I really love this, and you can see the down that's in there. I have taken this to Isle Royal. I have taken this on quite a few weekend and week-long backpacking trips, and sometimes at home when it's really, really cold and the blanket isn't doing enough, I'll bust this out and get real cozy. So the light gray is the interior and the black is the exterior, and it comes with these bungee cords that wrap around my sleeping pad, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. And the thing I love about this quilt is just how light and soft it is. This fabric is just so, I don't know how to describe it, but it just feels so nice on hand. It's almost slippery, but once it's wrapped around you, I just feel like I am in the warmest hug, and I love it so much. It does come, or at least I opted for, I should say, a drawstring cord foot box, so that way if it is really, really cold, I can close up the foot box of the quilt and keep my feet nice and toasty. And it also comes with a few buttons to make sure you can close the quilt up to about knee level to keep you wrapped up and keep you warm. So what will happen when I use this is I will use these bungee cords that came with it, and that will wrap around the bottom of my sleeping pad so that I create that cocoon in order to stay warm. But most of the time on the AT, especially once the weather is warmer and I get out of some snow from Georgia moving forward, I'm probably just going to be using this as a blanket. And some people will say 20 degrees will be too warm, but that's the beauty of having a quilt that can be a blanket or a sleeping bag. If it's too warm, I just throw it off, and I'm not too worried about the weight for the bulk of my trip. Like I said in a previous video, I'm going to be under 15 pounds overall, and that's for consumables like food and water, but it's going to serve me well. And I know it's going to serve me well because it already has. And like I said, I just really love this quilt. The friends at EE do amazing, and actually the success of this quilt is the reason I chose to go with their Torrid Apex pullover for my synthetic insulation. I was just going to wear my Patagonia down hoodie, but this is lighter and much more comfortable. All right, next up we have my sleeping pad. My sleeping pad that I'm going with is the Thermarest Neo Air X-Lite. It's a hiker staple. It's incredibly popular. For what you get, it's incredibly lightweight, and the warmth to weight ratio is phenomenal. I've already tested blowing it up to make sure it has no leaks. I've taken it out just for one night so far. I love this thing. It's very comfortable. It does make this sound, which I've heard a lot of people complain about, especially when moving, and I am a tosser. However, it didn't bother me. It didn't wake me up from my sleep. Other people camping around me, I can't say whether or not they're going to be happy, but it's very, very comfortable. And some people opt for foam pads. I do have a foam pad. I have the Sea to Summit orange and silver foam pad. I forget the name of it, but it's incredibly lightweight. It's very comfortable. However, the thing about it being very comfortable is that it is thin, and the warmth is not where I want it to be. So I'm opting for this so that I can be as comfortable as possible. Hey guys, it's Sandals. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and give me a follow on Instagram. Have a good one.